Welcome to Top of the Drops. I'm Taco, your host. Thank you for joining me. Today, I am chatting with WrighteousJ from City of Sound about their new track they are dropping today. I'm going to dive into some all-access experiences, but first, here are some charts. Thanks, me. It's still Taco. We had a drop bot, but it broke, and Bucks will not approve the budget to fix it. So I'm going to run down the top listens on the platform for the month. No surprise at number 1 with Earl Sweatshirt and The Alchemist, with more than twice as many listens as the next artist on the platform. Earl and The Alchemist living their best lives with their all-access live. They're about to go on tour. And fun fact, Earl's surname is not actually Sweatshirt. Number 2, with 41 tracks on our platform, is October London. That is a ton. Number 3 and 4, we've got Snoop Dogg representing solo and with Mount Westmore. Great job, Snoop. At number 5, our first bronze artist representing OK Kenji. Number 6, Miss Jane Hancock. I met Jane at Snoop's barbecue last year. She was lovely. I'd love to get more of her music on the platform. Number 7, dropping a new track today, is City of Sound. Followed closely by September Morning and Please and Thank You at 8 and 9. Both of those silver artists are dropping tracks next week. And rounding out the top 10 is Lil Extra. I don't have any fun facts about Extra, but he did come hang out at the Music Midtown Festival in Atlanta, and I appreciate that. Let's get into it. I'm level 48 on Get Plugged. There's your update. I'm making progress. Somebody in Discord recently said we should be doing less segments on mayonnaise and more segments on who is going to be dropping next week. So let's do that today. Next week, we've got tracks from Valerie Ann, from Bobby Millette, September Morning, and Please and Thank You. Pretty big week. A couple of those are going to be on Halloween, on October 31st. We should do something. Is there a way to virtually dress up in Discord and go virtually trick-or-treating or virtually carve pumpkins together? I don't know. I'm up for it. Halloween's fun. Something else that's fun is our All Access. If you're not familiar, when you engage in our platform, you can earn beams. Those beams are exchangeable for things in All Access. It's our super fun store with merch and with experiences. It's all kinds of great stuff. Recently, Earl Sweatshirt dropped a whole bunch of All Access experiences for us, and you should definitely check them out. There is signed merch, some sweatshirts, some t-shirts, but there's also some really cool in real life experiences. Something called the Smoke Out. I'm not sure what that is. There's also some virtual FaceTimes. He's hosting a dinner. You can go to dinner with him and The Alchemist. Sounds super fun. What's also great is for people who don't have a ton of beams, we're doing a thing where with just one beam, you can enter for a chance to win VIP tickets to one of his upcoming shows, which is really great. There's quite a few tickets available, and so I think decent chances, and for one beam, it is worth a shot. I know his fans will be excited about that. So, yeah, that's great. Let's talk to WrighteousJ about his new track, Scars, which released today with the band City of Sound. WrighteousJ, welcome back to Top of the Drops. How are you, sir?
Let's go. I am good. I am exhausted. I am overwhelmed, stressed, but it's all in a good way, I guess. It's all in a good way. I'm sure you kind of feel the same.
I know you're busy. I had to beg you to come on Top of the Drops because you're in the middle of a song and you've got all this stuff going in your life, and I appreciate you carving out a little bit of time for me and my people.
Anything for the Gallo peeps. You know that, of course.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is unrelated to anything. Everyone keeps asking, has Andrew trained in any fighting, or is he just there because he's pretty?
Oh, no. So Andrew climbs a lot. He climbs a lot.
That's not fighting though, or is
He's
it?
a climber. No, but he's a climber.
All right.
It's not martial arts, but it is really scary heights.
I'll accept that, I think. Right?
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
Great. Are you going to go on a tangent about the fight stuff you always want to do?
We don't need to talk about our podcast, our Fight Club podcast. We'll get to that another time.
Nice.
We are here to talk about scars, not about Andrew Clymer as an Olympic climber.
Boom.
So Scars is the name of your most recent track, which dropped today because today is Thursday.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes.
Guys, this is pre-recorded on Wednesday, but you're seeing it on Thursday.
Yes, Scars has dropped on Gala, soon to be on stage, which I am so excited for. Yes, Scars is out, and I hope you like it. Have you heard it yet?
I haven't heard it.
Okay.
Not the whole. No, just the sense of it.
Okay, never mind.
Am I a bad person for not having?
No. I just meant that because I wasn't gonna ask you questions about it if you hadn't heard it. That I realized though how that sounded when I said that. Like I was really disappointed in you. It's
so,
kind of, oh, sorry. No, go ahead. What was gonna be your question?
This is already our best interview ever. I'm gonna try this again. So you dropped Scars today. Tell us about it.
So we dropped Scars today by City of Sound. So Scars. Scars is a really important song. So Scars is the next release that we are releasing from our new era, which is called Lunar Traveler Solar Chaser. It's going to be the name of our second album that we're going to release later next year. And Scars is a song I've actually wanted to write for a very, very long time. I think Just in the Place Where the World Is, I'm sure everyone can relate on a certain point. I've always wanted to write a song about like who I used to be when I was like much younger. And even as like a kid, and the beliefs I was raised with and how I saw people, and whether for me it was like coming from a very religious background. And I've always wanted to write a song about the scars that I have left in my past on people. Maybe something that I said to someone, or maybe how I treated someone, even without even knowing it. I've always wanted to write a song about those scars that were left behind, and kind of equating it to who our listener base is now, which is a lot of people from those communities that I probably would have seen differently are now the people who are giving our music life and are showing up to our shows and believing in what we're doing and our message. And I really have always wanted to have a song that turns it on its head, and then it is us seeking out any of those scars and basically trying to redeem ourselves until our music comes to an end. And so I think the song's actually kind of timely with where the world's at right now. And even lyrically, I think there's a lot of like intermixed spiritual analogies, imagery and stuff written into it, obviously, because I wanted to kind of bring it from my past into like who we are today. And so I think the song is, for me, it's important. I'm not going to say it's important because that's so like pretentious, but like for me personally, when we perform it live, when we play it with our listeners and they know what the song is about and they come from those places, I think it's actually going to be a really like beautiful anthem at our shows. And so that's what Scars is about. Yeah, it is. And I kind of felt like, I guess I've never really heard anyone write a song about like how they grew up and who they used to be.
It's a redemption
being
song.
Really honest about it, but then like bringing almost like that like loving turn on it. Because I remember when I kind of described it to Donna, at first she was like, "So is it like a sad, like darker song?" And I was like, "It's actually really hopeful. It's actually very bright. It's like very quintessential City of Sound. It's a little bit of a return actually to our demos. For anyone that heard our demos like 5 years ago, it's kind of a return to that bright sound. And the reason that like we wanted to do that was because I was like, the concept is so, it could be so guilt ridden and shame ridden. And like it could also be preachy, right? Like it could be very preachy and turn a lot of people off. But if I write it from like a first person perspective and it's just me talking about me, and then we put like our kind of, well, as some of our listeners call it, epic hopeful shit behind it, like then maybe we'll like kind of mold this like really beautiful anthem that when people who come from those communities or anyone who's felt like that prejudice or judgment in their past like comes to our shows, like they can lift their hand and be like, I am that scar, like I am like that person. And I think it just creates like a really beautiful moment at our shows.
I like that. This is probably a terrible comp, but it's like in like that teen movie where they're given that speech like, hey, we're all like, if you ever felt like XYZ, raise your hand. If you're this group of people.
Are you talking about Mean Girls?
Sure, but there's 100 movies like that, right? And then everyone looks around, they're like, oh, like we've all been scarred by WrighteousJ. It's like that.
Who here has been personally offended by Regina George?
It's like that.
Someone watching this is going to get that reference, and they're going to love it.
I hope so. I referenced the Kumite with you in a DM, but I didn't know if you knew what the Kumite was.
Okay, you will be so proud of me. For anyone who's watching this, just so you know, Taco will drop some like 90s or 80s reference on me, and I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. And he gets really annoyed with me. Like, what was it? You were asking me about meatloaf, and I was like, I mean, I love meatloaf, and I was talking about my mom's meatloaf, and then you were talking about the artist.
Right. Who you'd like for her know. Yeah.
You will be very proud. I did know about the Kumite, but do you know why I know about it? I only know about it because of the Bullshido videos on YouTube and because it was fake. But that led me to then go watch The Kickboxer, who I actually watched with Nova very recently. So I'm very deep in the game now. I understood that reference.
I love that. Yeah. Bloodsport starring Jean-Claude was.
Oh wait, was it not The Kickboxer? It was Bloodsport.
It was Bloodsport, but they're pretty similar.
Okay.
But you knew.
I thought I had it.
You knew what it was, which is close enough for me.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that I don't look it, guys. I'm 67 years old. Righteous is 23. And so I make a lot of references where he's like, okay, grandpa, which it checks out because I'm old enough to be his grandpa.
One, there's no way that you are 67. That's fucking hilarious. But I do, you know what though? You do draw a good compliment because if you say that, I immediately go, bro, there's no way you're 67. You look so young. There's no way you're 67. That's pretty genius.
Yeah.
That's pretty genius.
All right. Go write a song. Congrats on your latest drop because this is airing on Thursday, so it already happened an hour ago.
Stars is out now on Gala. If you would like to, directly fund the band and our music videos and keeping us alive, help us pay rent, literally owning our tracks does that. So if you love the song, you love what we're doing, you love what our listeners are about and who they are, go grab a copy.
Awesome. All right, go write a song. We will talk to you later. Say hi to the band.
You're awesome, bro.
I think that's it. Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Righteous. Pleasure, as always. Fun fact, for those of you at home, the J in WrighteousJ stands for Jedediah. All right, let's give away a track. Here is a QR code to maybe win a copy of the new Fairy Blue track that dropped today. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in Discord.